One of my favorite flowers to paint is the bearded iris. And I never draw it because I like to be able to paint it freely. It comes in numerous colors, and I'm going to do a gold and a red today. I'm using quinacridone gold. These are the upper petals. And before those are dry, I go right in with my reds and allow the gold to run into the red. That doesn't separate the two so distinctly, and that way the colors are blended. And I allow it to puddle up at the bottom, which causes some ruffling look in the backwashes. I tend to like that look. And before that is dry, I mix a little sap green and some of the quinacridone gold here. Actually, it should not be so warm. Here, bluer. Should put a little blue in there. And while that is still wet, I will drag some of the red color into the stem. At the top of the stem, there's a little bit of warm color where it wraps around the bud. Then, somewhere along in here, I'll have another bud. And just the tip of the color that it's going to be. Actually, it'll probably just be the gold instead of the red. As you can tell, I'm not using a reference here. Now the leaves are just a nice simple leaf stroke. Point, press, drag, and lift. And if you want to twist it, you back up like that. I don't bother with all the veins in the flower. I can at a later date, but I want this to dry first. And when this puddle backs up and causes the bloom, I'm going to have a ruffled looking edge up in here. And I like that in the iris. I think that that's fun and loose looking. I can put a little water in the petal, which creates a bloom also, because that is still wet. Now, sometimes the flowers have a bright yellow fuzzy, I'm not a botanist, so I don't know all these terms, but have a bright yellow fuzzy stuff right at the base of the first petals, and I'm going to use Hansa yellow to see if you can't really see it here because it's still wet. But when that dries, that will look more like an iris. But this is my favorite thing to paint, and I think you'll enjoy painting that way too because it's so free and easy. You just need to learn to use your brush, load it with water, load it with pigment, and begin to paint.